You're watching Good Morning on WJCL.
Welcome back to Good Morning. Now you can check out all the work that goes into restoring historic buildings through the hard hat tours being offered at the Roundhouse Railroad Museum. WJCL Stephanie Simone joins us live from the museum, getting a sneak peek at the tour. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Trish. We all know how important historic preservation is to Savannah, and now we get to get a sneak peek at how they actually do it. I'm here with Tracy Clark with the Hard Hat Tour. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning.
So tell me a little bit about what the Hard Hat Tour is all about.
Well, it's a chance for visitors to come to the Roundhouse and see the railroad complex being preserved and restored.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about what's going on behind us here.
Well, behind us we have Katie, Barry, and Lyman, and they're digging out the deteriorated mortar, and pretty soon we're going to put you to work, and you're going to put the new mortar in.
Okay, well, you know, I can always try my hand in mortaring. I don't even know if that's a word, mortaring. Okay, repointing. All right, so also tell me a little bit about how old this building is, because I understand it's pretty old.
Yes, this building was built in 1853 by the Central Georgia Railway Company, and it burned in 1987.
Okay.
So, and now all that's left is a shell.
And what do you think they're going to turn it into eventually?
It's going to be exhibit space for the Georgia State Railroad Museum.
That's so exciting. So anybody can go on this tour? How can people do it?
Yes, anyone can come. Tours are 11 a.m. every day.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tracy. So, Trish, as you can tell, this is a really neat tour that you can take at 11 a.m. every day. And I'm going to try my hand at mortaring next. Or
hey, you're up and you're out there. You might as well help out, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get my hands into it.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Steph.
Thanks.
You're watching Good Morning on WJCL.
Welcome back to Good Morning. Now you can check out all the work that goes into restoring historic buildings through the hard hat tours being offered at the Roundhouse Railroad Museum. WJCL Stephanie Simone joins us live from the museum, getting a sneak peek at the tour. Hey, Stephanie, are you hard at work yet?
I am about to be hard at work, and what the Hard Hat Tour, first off, is all about is you get a behind-the-scenes look at how they're doing historic preservation down here at the Roundhouse Museum. I'm here with Travis Brown. Good morning, Travis.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Tell me a little bit about, what people get to see on this tour.
Well, it's a behind-the-scenes tour of all of our restoration projects on the 16 buildings we have here, including the smokestack. So you go back with the masons and the carpenters and metal workers.
That's great. And you, I know, are a mason.
Yes, I am.
So I'd love to see how you do it. Why don't you show me how it's done?
Well, let's try. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is Gary. He's kind of been showing us how it's been doing already. And are we gonna try it ourselves?
Yeah, we are. We got here. This is the carpentry shop, an 1850s building.
Okay.
This is a lime mortar, Savannah river sand. Gary here we got a trowel here.
All right. So.
Okay. So you're gonna
just go like this, right? And you pat it down a little bit.
pat it down a little bit.
Okay.
The smaller amounts, the easier.
Okay. Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna start to do this, Trish, and hopefully I won't wreck this building.
I don't think so. I mean, it is a beautiful historic building, but I think after you guys are done with it, it'll look a little bit better.
Yeah, it'll look a little better. As you can see, it's already looking a little better.
All right, good. Thank you, Stephanie. We'll check in later.
You're watching Good Morning on WJCL.
Welcome back to Good Morning. Well, now you can check out all the work that goes into restoring historic buildings through the hard hat tours being offered at the Roundhouse Railroad Museum. WJCL Stephanie Simone joins us live from the museum, giving us a sneak peek at the tour. Hey, Stephanie, good morning.
Hey, Trish. We all know how important historic preservation is to Savannah, and this morning we're getting a look at the hard hat tour. I'm here with Kevin Adams on the historic preservation team. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so tell me a little bit about what the hard hat tour is all about. Why do we got these on?
Well, we have these on to protect our heads because
Yeah.
the hard hat tour goes into areas that the public doesn't normally get to see.
Yeah.
So there's sometimes a fall hazard, so we have the hard hats on to protect us.
All right, very cool. And tell me a little bit about what you do. I understand these are actually artifacts that were found while restoring the buildings.
Yes, some of these artifacts come from our different buildings. The hammer over here comes from our carpentry shop. A lot of this stuff is this tells us, how the people here lived or how they worked or what they used in their buildings.
What does this tell us?
Well, that tells us a little about what the people here, the workers, were doing while they were working here.
Okay.
So these are just personal bottles, like, you know, this is some kind of Flashman's tonic bottle, so some kind of medicine.
All right. And then I understand this has grapes on it, so that's probably something to do
Yeah,
with wine?
wine, maybe, yeah.
Maybe wine. All right, and I know that you label all of them so you can keep track of them, which is really neat.
Right.
And so just tell me a little bit about how can people go on this tour?
Every day at 11 o'clock, we have the tour. Just show up at the dispatch office, our museum store, and
Great.
you're good to go.
Thank you so much. So Trish, really neat tour here at the Roundhouse Museum. Definitely something worth checking out.
Exactly, a little piece of history that you wouldn't get to see otherwise.
Yeah, come down to the Roundhouse Museum.
Thanks, Stephanie.
This is AM Alive on Fox-28.
Welcome back to AM Alive. Now you can check out all the work that goes into restoring historic buildings through the hard hat tours being offered at the Roundhouse Railroad Museum. Fox-28 Stephanie Simone joins us live from the museum to get a sneak peek at the tour. Hey Stephanie, good morning.
I'm actually joining you live on the museum's roof right now because this is part of what they're restoring. I'm here with Kurt Benton with the Historic Preservation. Good morning, Kurt.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, I'm great. Tell me a little bit about what you've been working on here on the roof.
Well, actually, this is a sawtooth roof, and with all the rot that we've had down in the valleys of these roofs, we've been taking the old wood out and salvaging it and putting in new wood.
And can people check some of this stuff out on the hard hat tour? How does that work?
Actually, you can. With the hard hat tour, which runs from 11 o'clock all during the week, part of the tour comes down inside the paint shops, and when you'll be able to look up inside the roof and see the repairs that we've been doing here.
That's wonderful. And tell me a little bit about what else you can check out on this hard tour.
Oh, it's really cool. Actually, you get to go pretty much everywhere. A lot of places we get to go is where people that normally come in for the tours don't get to go. And you will be wearing your hard hat for safety reasons, and you get to maybe speak to a few people that are actually doing some work on the site.
That's wonderful. And we know how important historic preservation is to Savannah. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it is, and we wanted to keep everything here on the site as true as possible. That's why we are so. That's why we do the work that we do here on the site.
All right, well, thank you so much, Kurt. So, Trish, as you can see, there's an amazing amount of work that goes into preserving this old paint shop, and they have so much more work to go, but I mean, I've seen the pictures beforehand, and they've done a lot of work already.
So cool that everyone is able to come and see the progress that they've already done, and you're getting some special treatment. I tell you, not many people probably get to go up on that roof.
No, not a lot of people get to go on the roof, but you know, I get the VIP pass up here.
You're special. Thanks, Stephanie.
Thanks.
Well, now you can check out all the work that goes into restoring historic buildings through the hard hat tours being offered at the Roundhouse Railroad Museum. Fox-28 Stephanie Simone joins us live from the museum getting a sneak peek at the tour. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Trish. You know, the hard hat tours are happening every day at 11 a.m. and you get a behind-the-scenes look at what really goes on here. I'm here with Nate Stevens, who's been working hard on this paint shop. Now, tell me a little bit about what you've been doing.
With here, we've been replacing all the old column bases, basically the base of the posts that hold up the entire building. They were all pretty well rotted out and rusted out, so we built new ones, welded them back in, and now what we're doing is cleaning up some of the old ones. We're going to coat them in a resin.
Okay.
That way they can be on display, you know, in the future, and people can kind of see the level of damage that this place, you know, once endured.
All right, and what's this tool?
This is a needle scaler. It's just air powered. It uses the little metal needles to basically take the rust off the old metal pretty violently.
All right, do I need two hands?
You probably should,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Was that okay? Was that a good job?
That's basically what you want
That's
to do.
what you want to do. So this is just the beginning stages of what it takes to make one of those new columns here at the paint shop at the Roundhouse Museum, and you can check it all out at the hard hat tours every day at 11 a.m. Trish, definitely a really cool thing to look at.
Steph, you are so handy. I had no idea.
I know. I got my goggles on, my gloves, and
next time I have some rust that I need to get rid of, I'm going to call you up.
Okay, I'll come take care of your rust, Trish.
Thanks, Steph.